Hey guys, welcome to Model Monster Wrestling and welcome to my Smackdown live review. So, the show started with Carmella coming out and saying that she is ready for Asuka and all that. She is confident for her match. That Asuka was very dangerous when she wasn't defeated, but as soon as Charlotte defeated her, she has lost her shine, which brings out Asuka. Asuka comes in and then immediately interrupted by Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose says that she was very close to beating Asuka, and then Sonya Deville says yes, Mandy did her work last week, so it's now her turn to beat Asuka. Then which makes Paige come out and she says that Sonya Deville baby girl and Mandy Rose baby girl, it's not you who make matches here, I do. So Asuka baby girl, you will choose who you will face. Asuka says I'll face both Mandy Rose and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. So she says okay then Asuka baby girl will face Mandy Rose the baby girl and Sonya Deville baby girl in a 2-on-1 handicap match baby girl. So next up we have the match. It was an okay match because Asuka is very smooth in the ring, and the uh, confrontations between Asuka and Devil were pretty good. At last, Asuka went for an armbar on Sonya Deville. She counters, but then Asuka counters into an Asuka lock and then wins. Carmella also had some pretty good interactions in this match. She was moonwalking on the announce table and was pretty good on the commentary too. Then Carmella comes into the ring and Mandy Rose tries to attack Asuka, but Asuka beats her up, and which then Carmella attacks Asuka on the back with her title, and then super kicks her. Then next up we have Miz backstage talking to New Day. That then New Day say that they're gonna tell Miz that who is going to be in the Money in the Bank out of the three. They say that he should keep his bandana on his eyes, and their manager, which is Mr. Bootyworth, comes in, and he says they say that he's gonna apply the blindfold and take out one name out of Mr. Bootyworth's hat, and that man will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But they replace the hat with the hat in which there is a pancake powder poured in. So yep, they Miss gets angry and says that it was a very good segment actually. You should actually watch it. So Biggie was the MVP of this segment, and then Miss says, "You will. It will be really funny. You think this is really funny? It will be really funny when Samoa Joe puts you to sleep and Rusev hits Machka kick on you, and I hit a skull crushing finale on you in the ring." And then Miz just sweeps his hand on Mr. Bootyworth, and then Mr. Bootyworth laughs. And then next up we have Carl Anderson versus Luke Harper. It was a short match. It was explosive at the starting. Harper just went on Anderson, hit a truck stop on him. Then Anderson hit a super kick on Harper's knee. Then Harper went to a super kick, but Anderson ducks in and rolls him up and beats him. And then Anderson and Gallows both run away from them. Next up, we have a mixed match challenge between Lana and Aiden English versus Naomi and Jey Uso. It was a good match. It was actually not good. I was just into the moment. It was yeah. Naomi did a dive. She was saved by Aiden English. Naomi did a Lita type of dive where she would just kill herself if it was not for Aiden English to save her. At the finish was Naomi jumped on Aiden English. They were Aiden English thought, and anyone who saw picked the victory for them. The story of the match was they continuously hit on Aiden English throat so that he could not sing. And next up we have the best segment of the night for me. It was the it was one of the best contract signings I've ever seen in my life. It was actually a backstage contract signing, and it literally had no chaos, but still one of the best contract signings I've ever seen. In this, it was a Page was sitting in the middle. There was AJ sitting at one side of the table. Nakamura was sitting on another side. AJ will, Dean Malenko was sitting on AJ's side, and Adam Pearce was sitting on Nakamura's side. Page said, "Now this match is last man standing, and there will be a definite winner." AJ says, "Yeah." He signs the contract and was like, "Nakamura, you can beat me one on one. That's why you continue to choose stipulations, continue to use low blows." And Nakamura was just cool. It gave me the vibes of Batman and Joker. Seriously. So next, then Nakamura says this pen, which is given to him, is not working. So AJ gave him his pen, and he says this pen is not working either, which pisses AJ off because AJ's character is a hothead. AJ was like, Malenko and Adam Pearce were controlling him that please don't do this, but AJ bitch slapped Nakamura, and Nakamura was like, but then he took out the pen which was in pocket and signed the contract. It was a great segment. It showed that Nakamura is such a psychopath, and he's very good. It was very funny. Next up, we have a very good match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte, which was expected. It had some botches that Charlotte botched the Charlotte web pin, and some spots were sloppy, but still a very good match. Becky Lynch won, which was very good for her, but I don't think she's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't think Charlotte will win it either. I think it will be from someone from Raw. So the match itself was very good. Charlotte went for the figure four leg lock, and Becky turned it into a disarmer, and then made Charlotte tap out. So it was very good. Becky may not win the Money in the Bank briefcase, but it actually helped in building the momentum for Becky Lynch. Next up, we had the main event, which was the New Day versus Samoa Joe, Rusev, and The Miz. I noticed one thing in this, that when Rusev came out, it was a pop, but it was not a huge pop. That when he comes in Rusev Day, or maybe just WWE's booking just completely ruined him. So yeah, the match itself was pretty good, as all the New Day matches are. At last, Samoa Joe and Rusev just walked away from Miz. Rusev had the Maska kick on Miz, and Samoa Joe hit a senton on him because he threw the pancakes accidentally threw the pancakes on them. They just walked away from him, and then Biggie and Kofi hit the midnight hour on the Miz and then celebrated. I think Biggie is going to be the one who is going to win the Money in the Bag match. So yeah, this was my SmackDown review, and SmackDown was actually a very good show. So if according to Ollie Davis ratings I would have to choose, I will give it a Smacktastic. It was a real good episode of SmackDown. It had 7 segments, and the worst segment was there's not actually any worst segment, but everything was fine to pretty good. So yeah, the AJ and Nakamura contract signing was great. It was a great episode of SmackDown. So yeah, this was my SmackDown live review. Thank you guys, and have a nice day.